So, Pentax recently announced that the film camera that they're working on is a half-frame film camera with some auto exposure features. And I'm quite excited for it. Hello, it's Bon, and welcome back to my little space online. If you're new here, I make videos about my visual art shenanigans, mostly on film photography. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, then maybe hit that subscribe button and stick around. Thank you. As some of you may know, I shoot half frames every now and then, and recently I've been trying to push myself out of my comfort zone more with my Kodak Ektar H35N. Now, if you haven't heard about this tiny but awesome camera, the Kodak Ektar H35N is a half-frame film camera with a glass lens and a few creative features. Now, if you want to learn more about this, like how to use it, I've already made 2 videos about it, so please watch those. Anyways, I found out that you can use filters with thread size 30.5 on this camera. This was actually brought up by someone in the comment section of my previous video, and I'd love to give that person credit, but I can't for the love of gods find that comment anymore. So if that was you, thank you. Alright, so why am I excited about filters? Well, for one, this camera has a shutter speed of 1/100th of a second, which means it's better to pair it with lower ISO films like around 100 or 200 when using it outdoors in sunny conditions. Otherwise, you risk quite the overexposure when using films that have a higher ISO like 400 or 800. But those are the more versatile films. They're pretty good if you want to use it in low light conditions as well. So if you want to use higher ISO speeds on this camera without overexposing the hell out of the film, you can pair it with a neutral density or ND filter. Now, if you don't know what ND filters are, they're basically like sunglasses for your camera. You attach it to your lens and it dims the amount of light that enters the camera. They have different strengths. For example, here I have an ND4 filter from Hoya, and this reduces the amount of light by 2 stops. And this is the one that I used with my Kodak Ektar H35N while pairing it with an 800 ISO film. Last year, while visiting sunny Las Vegas, I loaded my Kodak Ektar H35N with the Lomography Color Negative 800. Yeah, 800 ISO film in a sunny AF desert, because I'm chaotic like that. Nah, I knew I was gonna be indoors a lot back then as well, so I wanted to use a film that could handle both sunny conditions and low light conditions. And it did. I basically attach the ND filter while I'm outdoors and then remove it when I'm indoors. Here are some of my favorite shots. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool and it makes this camera a lot more versatile for sure. On a more creative note, you can use these color filters and go wild with them. I bought a set of colored filters from Lomography back in the day for my Lomo Instant square glass camera, and they happen to be the right size of filter for the Kodak Ektar H35N. Yeah, color filters like red and yellow pair really well with black and white film if you want to add more contrast, but you can also use it with color film to get some wacky results. And that's exactly what I did. Earlier this year, I went out to make long exposures at night and used my red filter on some of the photos. These were shot on Reflx Lab 200T film, and as you can see from these photos, using a red filter can add this otherworldly effect to the scene, like being in the Upside Down on Stranger Things. Now, I kinda went all out using this effect, like making multiple exposures on top of long exposures, and I think some of the photos turned out really nice. Let me know what you think. By the way, you can totally use this filter effects on any other cameras as long as you're using the right filter size for the lens. But it's really nice that the Kodak Ektar H35N has a filter thread that makes this really easy to do. So yeah, I hope you found this information helpful and inspiring. Let me know what filters you're gonna use with your Kodak Ektar H35N. I think next time I want to experiment with prisms. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more if you haven't yet. And I hope to see you all again in the next one. Cheers!